Uncovering the truth. Funded trader markets revealed. Today, I'm just going to go over the funded trading and the funded trader markets, prop firms, and it's a thing we've been chatting about in the live shows. It's a thing you guys have been interested in. And the whole reason I got interested in it is because you guys were using it and you were trying to sort of figure out how you can use our trading systems with a funded trader account. But today we're going to review funded trader markets and why they might be of some use to you and why they might be good to you. It's quite a simple video, quite a straightforward video, let's say, and it's coffee with Rob. So before we go into the office and have a look, let's have a sip of coffee. As we always do, and it's always good, isn't it? Let's go and have a look at this. There's a lot of prop firms out there. There's a lot of funded trading available to you out there. I use this one and I believe this one is going to work well for us. Now I've opened an account so that we can trade together, so that we can have a little bit of fun. And this time, we're not going to use the trading view. We're not going to use the match trader. This time, we're going to use the CTrader and do something a little bit different. I'm going to take my picture down a little bit here, just out of the way, like in change size. I don't know why it doesn't want to do that. There we go. Get it out of the way completely so that we can have a look at what we've got. Now, I want you to know that before we get into this, that there is risk involved in anything. Whether it's funded trading, whether it's real trading, you have to understand that 60 to 80% of traders do lose money, and if you don't like risk and you don't like losing money, you probably shouldn't be trading. And that's kind of like what funded trading actually takes out of the whole scenario. It actually takes out a lot of the risk that you're taking, but you will lose the money that you paid for the account. Now, they control you that way and they make sure. But what I like about these particular guys is the way that you're allowed to trade with your own system, your own method. You're allowed to trade over weekends. You're allowed to hold trades overnight. You're allowed to even trade through the news if you really want to. So, there's a lot of things that are the allowances there that might be of some use to you, that might be helpful to you. So I'm going to leave this on for now, or should I actually take it off? I don't know. I'll probably take it off in a moment. But what you get your account overview. I've got the two accounts, the old one and the new one. Any payouts that you might want to get will be on the system. This is Funded Trader Markets. By the way, guys, the link is in the description if you want this. It's there for you. Go and grab it. Go and get your discounts. Contracts, verifications, certificates, economic calendars here. So here's your economic calendar for the day if you have that scenario. These are your downloads so that you can download whichever one you've got. So we've got both. We've got the match trader and we've got the CTrader. So the old one was the match trader, which is this, and we put it onto trading view. So we're using trading view, and this is kind of where we are with the charting program. And you guys know the trading view one quite well. But what I've done now is I've taken a thing called CTrader, which looks like this, and it's actually quite decent. We're going to trade on this. Now we're going to trade this account. It's a $25,000 account. Please excuse the $24,955 because idiot me, what did I do? The minute I got on here, I pressed place order by mistake, and it lost me $45 in seconds. And I closed out the trade quickly, and I was just playing around with buttons, and in typical fashion, I pressed a button, and so be careful when you open your account not to do that. Okay, so if I open this, then here's a whole bunch of instruments that you can trade with this particular type of product. But before we go here, before we have a look at this, and before we get into this, we are going to trade this on our live shows. I'm also going to trade it in between a little bit as well, and we're going to work on this account rather than the other one. And that's why I was kind of doing that afresh. So what do you get? What can you get with these accounts? So let me take my picture out of the way for a short while. Then we can have a look at that scenario. Oh, pressed the wrong button, didn't I? Okay, there we go. Let's have a look at what we've got. So if you go down here, there's a lot of discounts, 50% off, 30% off, there's a whole bunch of sales. But here's the thing, up to 100% profit split, 24/7 support, on-demand payouts, then you can choose whatever type of evaluation or account you want. So if you just want a one-step evaluation or a two-step evaluation, you see there's a difference. There's a difference between, not much difference between the two, but there is a difference in price between the two. The one-step evaluation is $109 for a 25K. The two-step evaluation, $120. Now, with a two-step, the target phase 1, 8%, target phase 2, 5%, max overall drawdown, 8%, max daily drawdown, 4%. Profit split, 100%. Then first step, now the one-step evaluation, don't ask me why it's cheaper, but this one, the Nitro, which is the one we're on, profit target 10%, max overall drawdown 6%, max daily drawdown 4%, profit split up to 100%. What you got to watch out is for this max daily drawdown, because it's only about $1,000, so don't take 10 trades at the same time. You get instant funding accounts as well. The instant funding accounts, you can get an instant $100,000 account for $769, but what you got to look at is your max overall drawdown is 5%. That's maximum. Your max daily drawdown is 3%. Your profit split is 80%. Well, it is simulated funding if you want it. Okay. So the Pro, let's have a look at the Pro. You can get a $200,000 account for $999. You get a $25,000 account for $139. But then your max overall drawdown is 3%. And look at this, guys. Your max daily drawdown is none, up to 80%. So I wouldn't, I don't know, unless you're really good, I would be very careful of taking the Pro. I'd probably go with the standard. The standard's quite good because you can have a max overall and a max daily drawdown. You're still allowed that scenario if you're going for instant funding. If you want the money immediately, which is, you know, what do I think of prop firms? At least they've come around and they've given you the opportunity to be able to get into trading if you don't have a lot of money to start with, which is always good. Look at that scenario. You've always got that. Here's your contact support 24/7, always available. You can get a $5,000 for $27. You can get a $10,000 for $60. You can get a $25,000 for $109. You can get a $50,000 for $170. Not bad. $170. You got $50,000 to trade with. That allows you a $5,000, 10%. Okay, so you got to make $5,000, but your overall drawdown, you know, you're looking at a $3,000 or $4,000. Max daily drawdown, you got a couple of $1,000s to play with. So, you know, you're okay. You're actually okay. You can set your risk according to our plan and you can work with that. So the evaluations are quite nice. The difference between the one-step Nitro and the one-step Nitro Pro, there is a slight difference in that. Profit daily drawdown 4% and 2%, daily drawdown 3% and 6%. So do be careful on that. I would say go with the most popular one, which is the one-step Nitro, the standard one. It's going to be a little bit easier for you at the end of the day to get into the system. There's your leverage 1 to 100. Hold weekends, yes. News trading, yes. Swap free, yes. Flexible payouts, generous profit split, and on-demand payouts. Trading platforms that fund the trader markets. Now, why am I doing this, guys? Why am I going over this funded trader markets for you? Well, you got to look at it, guys, in the sense of, you guys asked me a lot about this, and we're going to do this challenge together properly now. We're going to particularly do this particular CTrader challenge together, and we're going to figure this one out. I haven't traded on CTrader before, so here we go. Shouldn't be much different to all the other ones. Now we can actually take some trades. Now what this does, this platform, once you've got it, if you take this one, you can take the match trader as well, because then trading views on there and you can trade with that as well. I think I've left my picture off so we can show you all this. Yep, totally. So now we can get into this and just show you. So you've got this on the side. I've put all my favorites here. You can see Rob's watch list. I've put a few favorites here. There's a whole bunch of things you can do. You can analyze widgets, invite. There's deposits, withdrawals. Here's transactions, you know, money in. There's price alerts, history, orders, positions. So we got a position open at the moment. US 500 sell. The US 500 sell, and I added it in there because we were talking about it yesterday. And what you can do is you can take this away. Now you can have more charts here if you want to. You can have another chart. We can add something else to the side here if we want to, or we can just simply have one chart on here. You can change it into blockies, so you can have multiple charts on here. There you go, multiple charts. That's always quite cool. And your trades, and you know, like I said, I was going to show you on the live show how you can work out your what size your trade is going to be. But look how nice this new order page is here. So for example, what you can do, you can simply set your stop loss and say, I want my stop loss at that at a particular price. If I put my stop loss at that particular price, then okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I've got here. What's going on here? That's if you had a buy. If you had a sell. All right, so we got our stop loss in, let's say at 59.09. I've got it in at 59.20. And if you put your stop loss in there, then your loss would be $187. And you can see that. And if you put your take profit in at 55.09, then your profit will be $1,012.50. Now you can see what your risk to reward is. You can actually see how big your trade's going to be. And as we always tell you guys, we work from the start up. So we work first at what size our stop loss is going to be, how many contracts we can get for that. And if you look at that, this gives you a whole bunch of options on how many lots you can buy, which is also nice at the end of the day. And then you can just place the order if it's a sell, market order, and out she goes. You can do limit orders, stop limit orders. And then there's also another nice feature that this guy goes, if you want a fixed risk sell, you can put this in here and you can really see what your risk is going to be, what your profit's going to be. So if you like these little green and red things in your way, then you can stick this in and play around with it. And it also tells you the amount of lots, the ratio, your risk ratio, everything that you need to know. So for example, if I wanted to know the risk ratio on this particular trade, I could take this, I can pull it all the way down, and my risk ratio, okay, so my target's way down there, so my risk ratio is way over 3, and it's doing quite well. So you can put this risk ratio into your chart if you want to. You can also move it and play around with it in the past and look at your past trades and see what kind of movement the stock made in the past. So that's quite handy as well on this particular scenario. So yeah, that's quite a lot of fun, and it is quite nice to use. There's nothing wrong with that. Look, the old one, we had a lot going on here. Simple stuff, trading view, all the goodies you need, but it doesn't have that risk to reward and all that sort of stuff on it. It does have the little green and red thing if you want to put that on. It's a lot more basic when it comes to moving the charts around and what have you than this particular one, because you've got your time scales here. So yeah, but you'll get used to this. You'll get used to this, and I think what we'll do is in the live shows, we'll trade this together, and we'll also trade it out of the live shows. I don't want to put too many videos together on the trading, but guys, if you want the Funded Trader Market account, it's actually quite a nice account. Go and grab a link in my description. Go and grab the account. And the only reason I say to you, it's for those guys who need a funded account. Not all of you are going to need a funded account. A lot of you are trading with cash. So I'm keeping that in mind. I mean, let's be perfectly honest. It's it's not for everyone. And as I've told you guys before, there is those guys that can work around it by just putting a few $1,000s into your cash account. And as you guys know, most of my accounts are cash. But you guys suggested to me that I open a small account and we trade together. We trade it and we play around with it and whatnot. And I was going to open a small cash account, and I thought, you know what, this is going to be so much easier and so much better to use. So we've got this account open. We're going to trade with this account, and let's see if we can build it up and turn it into something fantastic. So we'll do that together, and we'll see how we go. So go and grab your account, guys. Get it open, and we'll do this together. I'll see you for the live shows. So next week, Tuesday, Thursday again. Have a good weekend, and I hope that helps you, because we haven't really done a talk on the actual funded trading. We haven't really done a talk on the actual Funded Trader account. So I thought I'd give you a review on this account. I'm quite happy with this mainly because at the end of the day, it is possible to trade with these guys, and you get all this 100% profit split, as well as these things down here: leverage, hold weekends, news trading, swap free, none of the hassles, not bothering me about how I trade, when I trade, or whatever the case. Obviously, if you've got to trade more than 3 times a month, and there are a few other small rules and what have you. So last time we took the match trade technologies with TradingView, which was great. And if you want to take that, we can do that as well, because we still have that account open. And then if you prefer, I'm trying the CTrader out this time so that I can show you guys both systems, and you can trade with both systems. And I just wanted to have an account because you guys suggested that we have an account that we trade together, we play around with. So now we've got one. We're going to use that. We're going to trade with that. And this time we're not going to neglect it. I think this time we will actually trade it. We'll try and turn it into something. So we'll trade this one together. We'll do it together. We'll make it profitable. So guys, thanks for watching. Have a good weekend. I'll chat to you again soon. Have a great one. Cheers, ciao, and bye-bye.